Hi, this is Anand. Today we'll try to go through one of the main concepts on SAS. Here we'll try to understand what is an SAA, what is SAA, number one, and number two, purpose, and number three, how to create or recreate the SAS, and number four, what info do we require to create or recreate, and number five, how to delete. Okay, so these are the five things we are going to cover now. What is SAA, purpose of the SAA, how to create or recreate the SAS, and information required in the recreation process, and finally deleting the SAA. So SAA is Server Intelligent Agent, is also called as node. SIA is a service which is managed by the operating system. So once Business Object Server is installed, you can go into the Windows services. There you can see the SIA. Okay, something like open the command prompt and go to the services. Here you can find the SAA. So these are all the services which are managed by the operating system. Here find it out, SIA, Server Intelligent Agent. See. So when the operating system starts, this SAA is automatically going to start. That's why the startup type here it's mentioned as automatic. So it will be started with the OS. So the purpose of the SAA is to stop, start and monitor the Business Objects Enterprise servers. Business Objects Enterprise servers. If any of the server goes down, the SAA will start the server immediately. In case if the SAA could not able to start it, it will try for 5 to 6 times to restart the server. And if it's still unable to restart it, then it's going to fail the server. So once the server is failed, it's a manual process to bring the server back to running state. Now, whenever you install a business objects, you will be getting one SAA or one node. And node or SAA, these are the terms used vice versa. Okay, all the business object servers were attached to the SAA or the node. So how to find it out? What all the different servers were attached to the SAA? Open the Central Configuration Manager, which is a server-based tool. That means you need to in the object server. You need to be in the object server. Come to the Central Configuration Manager. There is a button here called Manage Servers. Click on that Manage Servers button and provide the username and the password of your BO server. And click on Connect. Here it's going to show you the list of servers, and all the servers were prefixed with the node name or the SAA name. See here, Ravana.Central Management Server, Ravana.Adaptive Process. So Ravana is the SAA name. See here, what is the name of the SAA in this machine? It is Ravana. So all the servers were prefixed with the SAA name. If you don't want to attach any of the server to the SAA, then you need to go to the central configuration manager. Okay, I am logging into the CMC. And go to the servers list, click on servers, and here expand the nodes. If you see how many SAs we have here, only one, that is Ravana. The SA is being shown. If you have multiple SAs, all the SAs will be listed under the nodes, because SA is also known as the node, so that's why the SAA is listed under node. Select the SAA. For example, if you don't want one of the server attached to the SAA, select the server, go to its properties. Under common settings, there is a property called automatically restart this server when the server intelligent agents start. Uncheck this property. If you uncheck this property, the BO server, the SAA is not going to start the server, or SAA is not going to manage the server. Okay, so when your SAA has been started, it's going to start all other servers except the servers which were unchecked. That means we are detaching the server from the SAA, but using this property. Okay, so let's try to understand now what is the workflow is going to happen whenever we try to start the SAA. Currently the SAA is running state. Just I'm stopping it. Okay, it got stopped. Now start the SAA. So when you start, what is the workflow is going to happen? Let's try to understand. Once I click on the start button, then the SAA will try to find it out in the local cache if there is any local running CMS to identify the SAA. If there is none available, then it will try to connect to the remote CMSs. If the remote CMS is also not available, then it's going to wait until one CMS becomes available. Once the CMS becomes available, then the CMS is going to identify the SAA and validates it, and then SAA will establish the connection to the CMS. Next, SAA doesn't know which servers it needs to start, because SAA is not going to maintain the information which servers were attached to the SAA so that those servers will be started. The same information will be stored in the CMS database, which is managed by the central management server. So it's going to put a request to the central management server to give the server list to start. Then the CMS will query the central management server database to get the list of servers which were attached to the SAA and hand over the list to the SAA. Then the SAA is going to start those servers one after the other. Okay, so by default you'll be having only one SAA or one node whenever BO is installed. If you want, we can go for adding additional SAAs as well. Okay, but that's going to be a second concept. Okay, how many SAAs we need on a single machine? Okay, typically for failover or for load balancing, we'll be going for the additional SAAs. Okay, so before going for the additional SAAs, there are many factors which needs to be considered. An example, the system resources. If you don't have the enough system resources to handle multiple SAEs in a single machine, in turn it degrades the performance of the complete performance of the BO server. So that needs to be evaluated very carefully when we are doing the sizing. Okay, there are instances where we go for recreating the existing SAEs. So in which cases we will be going for recreating the existing SAEs? Number one, if the SAE gets, that means if the SAE is not starting, if you are unable to start the SAE. And number two, the bootstrap files related to the SAE were got corrupted or deleted accidentally. In these two cases, you will not be able to start the SAE. So you need to recreate the SAE again. So in order to recreate the SAE or creating a new SAE, the steps were same except one small difference. So to illustrate now, instead of me recreating the existing SAE, I am going to create one new SAE here, and I am going to show you what is the difference between recreating and creating. Okay, so now click on Add Node. If you want to create one more additional SAE, click Next. In the node name, if you provide a new name, it's going to create a new SAE. If you are going to provide an existing SAE name, it's going to recreate that SAE. And for the new node creation process, we have four options here. Number one, add node with no servers. That means it's going to add an SAE without any servers in it. And number two, it's going to add the node with one CMS in it, only one CMS server. And number three, it's going to add the node with all the default servers which comes with the BO installation. That is, without exploration services, we'll be having 17. With exploration, we are going to get 21. And fourth one is the recreate. So when you are using this recreate, definitely you need to provide the existing SAE name. If you provide something new, it's going to create the new. In that case, there is no difference between new and recreate. This is the only difference when you are adding the new SAEs or when you are going to recreate the existing SAE. And rest all the steps are the same. So I am providing the name as demo. Okay. By default, the SAE is going to run on port number 6410. As the port is already in use by the existing SAE, I am going to provide a new port number, and I am going to select the third option, add node with all the default servers. Click Next. So select the CMS. So when performing this add node operation or recreate node operation, which CMS needs to be used? If you are already having an existing SAE where the CMS is perfectly running, then you can use first option. If you are recreating the SAE, you don't have any existing CMS running, then you can go for temporary CMS. So the temporary CMS, what it is going to do is, for performing this operation, a temporary CMS will be created. This operation is performed. Once it is done, it's going to delete the temporary CMS. So as I already have an existing SAE and one of the CMS under it is running, so I'm going to use existing running CMS. Click Next. Next. Here in this screen, we need to provide the CMS information. CMS port number. By default, CMS runs on port 6400. My existing CMS is using that, so I'm going to provide a new number called 6500. And then you need to provide the CMS database information as well. specify button. Find it out what is the database type being used for your CMS and audit. If you don't know that, go to the Central Management Console, and within that go to Settings area under Manage. In Properties, here you can find the database name. The type of database is Microsoft SQL Server, and the data source name is BO, and the user connecting to this BO data source is again BO. So here I am selecting SQL Server, and my data source name is also BO. Go to the machine data source, select here BO, and I need to provide the connectivity details for connecting to my BO database. That is, my username is also BO, and I am providing the password. So once it's authenticated, the username and the password is valid, then it will ask you for cluster key. So this cluster key is a new concept which is introduced in R4 for additional security. So in order to perform this, especially this add node or recreate operations, definitely you need to provide the cluster key, without which this operation cannot be moved forward. So I am providing the cluster key here as well. Once there is no error message, it's accepted the cluster key, and click next. Here you need to provide the BO administrator password. I am providing it, and click next. Let me try again. Yes, and finally it's going to show you the confirmation screen where it's going to show the complete summary what we have selected. The new node name is demo, and the port number 6510 per SIA, and it's going to create with all the default servers. CMS port is 6500, and the CMS data source name we are using is BO. And the other information. Once you verify, click on finish button. It's going to take a couple of minutes to create the node. So in the meantime, let's try to understand what information do we require for creating the SIA or recreating the SIA. Creating or recreating, the information you require is number 1, your BO administrator username and password, number 2, the cluster key, and number 3, your database type, the CMS database name, and the username and password to connect to your CMS database. Without this information, you will not be able to create or recreate the SIAs. So get this information in hand before proceeding with these operations. So once the SIA gets created, it's going to show you the successfully created message, successfully added node. Click OK. See here, new node has been added. If you go to the manage servers, there it's going to show both the servers belonging to both of these nodes. See here some servers were prefixed with Ravana and some servers were prefixed with demo. Right? Now let's close this. Go to the central configuration manager and go to the servers area. Expand nodes. Here you will be seeing 2 nodes. demo null it's showing. Why? Because we didn't start at the demo SAA. Start the demo SAA. Come here and refresh this page. See here. Expand the node now. Demo is one node, Ravana is another node. Right? And finally, let's see how to delete the SAS. In order to delete the SAS, first you need to stop the SA, because when you select the SA which you want to delete, the delete button is grayed out. So that means we need to stop it. Now click on delete button. It will ask you for confirmation. Click yes, and then provide the administrator password. Click on connect. It's going to take a minute to delete it. Successfully deleted node. Click OK. See here, it got deleted. In between, we are talking about something called bootstrap files. So what is that bootstrap files? So whenever you start the SA, it's going to read the configuration information from the bootstrap files. If these bootstrap files were deleted or got corrupted, you will not be able to restart the SA. In these cases, you will go and recreate the SA. So the bootstrap files will recreated automatically. So where these bootstrap files were available? Go to your BoBJ installation folder. So this is my BO installation folder. In that, go to SAP BusinessObjects Enterprise XI 4.0. In that, go to win64_x64. Here you can find there are 3 bootstrap files for every node. Okay, ensure these bootstrap files were in safe place. Keep them safely. Don't play with them. Okay. Almost all the 3 bootstrap files will be having more or less the similar size. If these bootstrap files were in 0 units, your existing SA will not get started. So definitely you need to recreate it as per the procedure what we have seen. So we have seen all the 5 things which we mentioned here. Thank you for listening, and